Welcome back to Weekly News Roundup. These are recorded live Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is the business and the Sillyville editions. So let's go ahead and get right on in here. First and foremost, Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 and Galaxy Buds Pro could be causing ear infections. So, not the first ones. The first edition of the Buds did not cause any problems. So if you're like, well, I have those, that's a big deal. Well, this is the 2 and the Galaxy. What it turns out is that they changed the composition of the Buds. They went from an acrylic to an acrylamide, I believe. Not acrylamide. That's like seriously toxic. I used to work with acrylamides in the lab. That was fun. Okay, so they're using acrylate. In the new models, the old ones were acrylic. Additionally, the new ones use nickel in the contact charging ports, which is a no-no because nickel actually causes skin irritations in many people. So there have been actually several people who have gotten ear infections, pretty serious ear infections. And Samsung has actually refunded a few different people because of ear infections, and class action lawsuits being proposed against Samsung over the Galaxy Buds Pro. It alleges that the defect results in allergic reactions such as itching, burning, redness, blistering, flaking, scabbing, and or fluid leaking from the ear. Guys, it is not worth putting earbuds in if it causes fluids to start leaking out of your ears, okay? That is a bad thing, so just keep that in mind. All right. Well, Apple is releasing a new program specifically for businesses called Business Essentials. This is a subscription purpose that if your company is using Apple exclusive products, that's what allows you to do it. Basically, it covers you for IT support, product replacement, all those types of things. And there's all this type of stuff. The price is $299 per device per month. That's for a single device. Multi-device is $699 per user per month, and multi-device with more storage up to 2 terabytes of storage is $12.99 per month per user. I mean, I'm actually shocked by those prices. I would figure, man, this is going to be like $50 a month just for a single user or something. No, not that high, but pretty close. It is Apple after all. The idea, though, is to push people away from utilizing a mixture of tech. These are for people who are like, we're doing Apple-only type things. Their idea here is to have a giant, full-fledged Apple ecosystem, and this is after Apple had they'd purchased a unifying platform. I forget what the name of it was, but this is basically them rebranding that service, kind of like Monday.com type stuff, only Apple is managing everything for your business. Think Google Business, but Apple manages it instead. So I don't know. It's something if you like Apple and you think that that'd be good, but I don't know. I'm not sure personally. Well, Amazon, this is interesting because Amazon is being sued over crashes by drivers. And despite all these delivery drivers are actually more of subcontractors, Amazon is saying, yeah, we can't be held liable because of subcontractors. The problem is that Amazon is forcing all of these drivers to utilize its app, which penalizes them and pushes them along if it thinks they're being too slow. And what is being alleged is that this is causing a lot of people to become more reckless and more dangerous on the road because they have to live under the credence of this app. Otherwise, they get fired. And by the way, it's one thing if you are an Amazon employee and you get fired because the robo suit they put you in says that you're working too slow. It's another thing altogether when you have invested thousands and thousands of dollars to create your little subcontractor business. Amazon forces you to put all this expensive tech into it, and then they let you go. It kind of really puts you in a bad spot because what else are you going to do with that big investment of business? And this is what Amazon's trying to do, is they're trying to protect themselves from liability. But there is a potential case here if Amazon's tech is forcing people to become bad drivers. And you say forcing that way, you can always say, screw you, app. That's not the case. But then, of course, you again lose your livelihood. And so in this particular case, this is a man, he was an aspiring doctor, and he was in a serious accident caused by an Amazon delivery driver who was driving like a reckless maniac because his app was telling him he's moving a little bit too slow. Now, we can question, is the problem with the app or is the problem with the driver? Can the driver just say, I'm not going to drive like a reckless maniac? The fact of the matter is, though, is that there have been several different accidents like this, and it's starting to raise a number of lawsuits questioning if Amazon is held liable because of the tech that they're forcing these contractors to use. And so it raises a very fascinating question that I don't know how the legality of this is. I'm not sure how the legality of this should necessarily go, because I can understand on the one hand, the contractors, they sign up for this, but on the other hand, they're using technology that Amazon is forcing on them, and the technology doesn't take safety into account. And when the technology doesn't take safety into account, it can move up into an OSHA standard and it can fall back on the company itself. So it's very interesting to see where this is going to go. But yeah, this is kind of what's going on. I don't know. If you guys have opinions on this or knowledge, if you're a lawyer or something, I'd be interesting to hear it. Well, some of the new Teslas are being delivered without USB ports because of parts shortages. So literally this picture we're looking at is the console of the car, which is supposed to have USB-C charging ports to charge up your phones while you're driving and keep everything all nice and charged up. But they have the holes for the USB ports, but they're actually missing. And so turns out that Tesla did let some people know. These are in some of the latest delivered vehicles. Reports of missing USB ports seem to have started with cars delivered on November 11th. Other owners with recent deliveries have chimed in saying they do have USB ports. Latest confirmed USB having Model Y we can find was delivered November 6th. So sometime in the last couple days, Tesla started delivering cars without USB-C ports in the center console. Surprised owner, some owners received advance notice of their delivery specialist. Other owners were taken by surprise when they got their car home and noticed USB ports didn't exist. I wonder if, like, hey, we're just to let you know you're not gonna be able to charge your car. Like, give me my refund back, like my deposit back. You're not delivering what you can. And frankly, if they come in and say, hey, we're not going to do this, and they deliver the car without it, yes, they are not delivering exactly as you have purchased. You can return it immediately and get a full refund. Now, would you? I don't know. Hopefully these people are getting some credits. It does say down here that BMW's had a lumbar support issue, also removing touchscreens to new vehicles, but is giving $175 to $500 credit respectively. That's a different company. It's curious to see if Tesla is going to do that. I would be quite irritated if I spent that much money on a car, it shows up and like, oh, by the way, you're not going to have USB ports to charge your phone. Like, screw you. I guess I won't get a Tesla. I don't know. Would you guys be that crazy about it? Let me know what you think. Of course, I wouldn't get a Tesla anyway. This thing's like a tracking machine. I mean, you may as well have Windows and Android working together. Tesla collects more data than that. Well, on to our chief story. Windows is up to more antitrust behavior. If you remember from a few weeks back, Windows is trying to force in 10 and 11. They're trying to force, I guess this was specifically Windows 11, but they're trying to force all links to go through Microsoft Edge. So even if you install Firefox or Chrome or Vival or some other browser in your system, even if you set as a default, Windows is still going to push every request directly to Edge. So there was a program that came around called Edge Deflector where you could install this app and it would intercept all of these things and redirect it to the browser of your choice. Well, Microsoft just pushed something out to block Edge Deflector so you can no longer do this. So literally, despite wanting to use another browser, despite forcing to use another browser, they're saying, no, you can't do that. Now, another app came out just recently. Where was it? I forget the name of it down here, but there's another app that just came out that does a similar thing, only it does it by making registry key edits. And so in so doing, it's going to be a lot harder for Microsoft to block it. But the fact is, somebody's like, okay, I want to install a different browser. Microsoft still forces you to use their baloney crap that's pre-installed that you don't want to use. You install another tool to redirect around that, and then they block that tool to force you to use your own browser. Guys, this is called antitrust. This is what they lost the case for in the 2000s. It would be really neat to see somebody bring the case back against them and say, hey, I don't want to use your stupid crap. Get it the hell out of my system. And because this is exactly what they did. Was it 20 years now? 20 years ago now, exactly what they did. They lost the case. Let's see if we have anybody with the gonads to go against Microsoft and do this again. Maybe sue these guys into oblivion. That's about what they need right now. So yeah, Microsoft is still up to antitrust type behavior. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have some affiliate links. Today we are highlighting Linode, tlm.li/Linode. You can use this to spin up anything from hosting accounts, Nextcloud servers, your own VPN. You can do a Plex or Jellyfin server, all sorts of fun stuff you can do and play around with these. And so with this this link, tlm.li/Linode, you will get $100 in credit with any new account. That requires a valid credit card. It is not billed. 60 days. You have 60 days to use that up. You can spin up as many Linodes as you want. After 60 days, cancel what you don't need, and then continue on with what you want. Well, guys, let's go to Sillyville. So first up in Sillyville, Doom's creator goes after Doomscroll. So Doomscroll, of course, is, you know, it's that verb you do when you're sitting there on your phone and you're completely addicted to it and you need psychological help and you just keep on scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. That's Doomscroll. Well, a guy was reading through an article and he says, Doomscroll, that sounds like an awesome name for a band. So he goes and actually patents it with the patent office, and then the creators of Doom come out and say, no, you can't have that. And they're literally just pushing agenda. Literally everything that has the word Doom in it, they seem to want to fight for. Like, Doomscroll has nothing to do with Doom. This is simply patent trolling, and Doom needs to go and get doomed. Really. I mean, honestly. There is no reason why they should block a heavy metal band from using the name Doomscroll. It has nothing to do with their individual game. And the fact that they're doing this kind of stuff tells me I don't want anything to do with the game. I don't care how cool or amazing it is. I don't want anything to do with this crap. If this is the type of stuff you're going to do, you're going to copyright troll and patent troll people when they're doing a heavy metal band that's not even the name of your game. It just happens to have 4 letters in common with the name of your game. Piss off, you morons. And I was actually happy to see, looking through the comments, most people are pretty much telling them the same thing. It's like, what are you doing? So I have a sneaky suspicion that after some fighting, they'll back down. And then I hope that the guy goes after the Doom's creators and be like, you know what? This was a frivolous lawsuit mess, and I would like some compensation for my time and money. Yeah. Well, Peleton is doing a very similar thing. It's suing rivals over its on-demand classes, like nobody's ever had exercise bike classes before. But I guess Peloton's all in a tizzy because they were the first ones to offer online classes that you can meet up with other people and make your online exercise bike work a social environment as well. Now, it did, though, mention in the article some patents, but it wasn't specifically about those. So I don't know if Peleton has patented their idea, but I don't even know how you could. I mean, it's basically just a web conference, only people are doing exercise instead of just standing there staring at the desk. So I don't know, maybe there's more to it than that. The article is not particularly clear, but they're pretty much suing everybody else that's doing something even similar to them. They're probably just trying to make up losses for money for all those recalls and deaths that they caused. So I would certainly not use these guys, by the way. Overpriced garbage, if you ask me. All right, well, the password list for the 2021 most common passwords was released, and it's not particularly surprising. We have, once again, over 103,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, at least they added an extra digit. That's actually used way more common, I mean, 3 times more common than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. QWERTY was used a little bit less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Woohoo! Those ones all take less than a second to decode. Oh, here's a genius guy. 111111. True story. I actually had a client that's like, we got hacked. I don't know how. They give me their password. It was ABBA. Yeah, that's why he got hacked. Oh, 666 This must be the common password for Satanists. I don't know. Oh, we got 777. Well, there's 7 of them. That must be the universal password for Christians outside of God is good with the zeros for O's. Seen that way too many times. Dragon. Okay, that's common. Monkey. Here we go. ASD. Yeah, that's just the center line of letters. That's good. It was oh, look at number 56. We don't say those words. See, there it is. There's number 56. Yeah, that's used 1.5 million times. All right. Football, Shine, Michael, Daniel. All right, let's see. It's up. Hold on. Up. I get 200. XXX. All right. How exciting. All right, well, that's good. Just avoid those passwords, guys. They are all cracked. Those passwords are all cracked in. Oh, this one's actually cracked in 3 hours. A couple of these are cracked in 3 hours, but most of them are just a few minutes or just a couple seconds. Monkey 1, I don't know. Anyway, on to our final story. Do the Instagram shake, guys. Instagram will now let you rage shake your phone to report a problem. Is this like jazz hand? It's like, no, it's like, it won't work. Or you're just trying to throw the thing across the room. You just realize you throw your phone across the room. Instagram goes, hey, is there a problem? Literally. You can also remove one image from a carousel instead of deleting the whole thing. Well, that's good news. So Instagram head Adam Missouri has said on Wednesday the company has added 2 new features to improve user experience, including the rage shake. It will let users report a problem more quickly. If you're using the app and it isn't working as it's supposed to, shake the phone while the app is open. A pop-up screen will ask, did something go wrong? Hold on, something's going wrong. Ah! Oh. Feature will give Instagram feedback that'll help it prioritize bug fixes. Missouri said, you can explain exactly what happened and how you ended up in that place and all the emotions to make you feel. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I don't know, guys. Well, you can help support the channel over on Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. If you'd like to help support the channel on over there, you can help out then. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you next time. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM. or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.